I'm talking bulletproof.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Raiders had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's Zaven Collins into the backfield with ease and making the stick.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes him susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's what it is, game partner. This offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
A draft day trade sent Hollywood Brown much closer to Hollywood when Baltimore shipped him to Arizona for a 1st-round pick. He's joining the Cardinals at a great time, too, coming off of a breakout season that saw him cross 1,000 yards for the first time on a career-best 91 receptions. He's going to make an already exciting offense that much more dynamic.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over possession here at the 44. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On play action, now Carr. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Nothing after one on EA Sports. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
David Ojabo
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st down, Conner going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Well, Nichols in there to take him down.
It certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for his 1st sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there in the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
David Ojabo.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, Any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
He's got a man complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that one hurts defensively. They forced him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Well, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 2nd and 6.
Here's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down, Murray.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Throwing on second and long. Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Ball Nicholas there on the stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
On the counter, it's Connor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Connor. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Murray.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him, because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Shotgun now for Murray. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think... He was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, a run with Connor. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 43-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
9 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
To the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10 is Connor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people, look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cardinals are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3.
Cardinals 17, Raiders 3. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Counter play with Jacobs. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
15 yards. That's good for Las Vegas.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
David Ojabo
getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown, 39 yards.
And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On 1st down, Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jacobs going to try the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Carr now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short the line to gain.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that